My name is Noel Sullivan. I'm Planning Director here at Team One.
I'm Bryan Cook, and I work for Team One Advertising, and I am the Executive Content Producer and the Director of Multimedia.
My name is Alastair Green. I'm the Executive Creative Director at Team One.
Team One is really like a big family. Everyone wants to do great work, but it's not necessarily at the expense of someone else, and I think you get a lot of that in the advertising world. Whereas I think at Team One there's sort of this sense that there's a community. Let's make something great, but let's bring everyone up as we go along.
Team One's a pretty special agency. We're pretty flat. We have all of the disciplines under one roof. We do a lot of digital work, we do the traditional advertising, we do a lot of content creation. We like to say that we launch the remarkable.
I think we're at a point in society where there's more content than ever before, but less time to consume it than ever before. And so the onus on agencies to develop content that's really compelling is probably greater than ever.
So modern advertising is so different from when I first started in the industry, like 15, 16 years ago. There's so many different ways to express an idea.
Given the proliferation of channels, we're developing more different forms of content. So there's not just a broadcast TV spot, but there's the Instagram video, there's the YouTube video, there's the videos for Lexus's own channels that'll be posted to Facebook. And so Wiredrive becomes the one place I can go to view all these different forms of content, because if you're going to come up with an integrated campaign, you're going to have to cover 10 or 20 channels, and Wiredrive probably covers half of those.
The tool has enough depth and it has enough behind the scenes stuff that for power users, they can really get into it. They can set their passwords, they can track their files, they can set up really complicated project structures. They can do all sorts of great things. But it's also simple enough that non-technical users and people who don't need to use all the features can still use it.
It's really intuitive and straightforward. I'm not the most techie person, which is kind of a shame because advertising is becoming increasingly more digital. But even I can go onto Wiredrive and I can understand what the different buttons do very easily, and it just requires no explanation.
I really enjoy using Wiredrive. Being a creative director, we're always pressured for time. We very rarely can get to edit suites. We very rarely can actually sit behind editors. I like the fact it's mobile optimized. I love the fact if I'm at home, I can just review it on the Apple TV, just like I'm in the edit suite. It gives me the flexibility to be able to review, make comments, shoot stuff back. I really do miss it when I'm working with production houses that don't actually have it.
It's really sort of taken on a life of its own inside the agency. Like, I now find account people using it for presentations and decks. I find planners using it for presentations. I mean, it's being used by everybody in the agency for all different sorts of things. The tool has turned out to be really critical to our just day-to-day operations.
This industry is going to continue to change. Maybe agencies are going to change, production houses are going to change, delivery methods are going to change. One thing that isn't changing is the power of ideas, the power of storytelling.
I think the big wins don't come through the big budgets. I think the big wins come through the small projects that no one else really notices and that might not get the attention that they really deserve. But it's by taking little small projects that maybe go unnoticed and hitting it out of the park with those. That's the way that you kill it in this industry.